guys, from wherever you're watching me from, this is PM at 40. How do I look at 40? I know I'm gorgeous. I'm super happy, excited to start a whole new decade. And you know what? Maybe I'll share with you on another video what I'm expecting, how I'm feeling, what are the things that, I'm expecting this other decade to do or to have and all that. But meanwhile, today I want to talk to us about the last decade I just left. That WhatsApp group I left, deleted the group, and I am telling you, I don't want to remember about it. Though a lot of good things have happened and also bad things have happened. But I can say that is the decade that I have gone through it all. Kama kuna ile mtu anasemanga I have gone through it all. Ni hiyo decade. I want to share about that decade of 30 to 40, 10 years. The last 10 years. Are you even ready for this? I want to share, the ups, the downs, the success, the failure, the everything, And I know that you're going to learn something. You are going to be encouraged. You are going to be lifted. You are going to learn. And, maybe you are in that particular moment I might share. Maybe it will help you and show you are not alone. If you are ready for this, let's grab a glass of juice, coffee, water, tea. Tufanya ile kitu. Chat and chill with PM. The last 10 years of me. Hey, the last 10 years of me. So guys, if you have not subscribed, please do so. If you are new here, welcome. And I really love you. And thank you for choosing to watch me. And let's share this video. It might help someone somewhere. Let's do this. So, the last 10 years, we are talking about 2014 coming this way. 2014 or 2013, all the way to 2024. Let me start by this. I will say this. Ako ka decade ka 30, all the way to 40. One thing I've come to realize, that is the decade that you mature, is the decade that you focus, is the decade that you know what you want. It's a decade that you mess up, is a decade that you make it, you succeed. Yani, it's a decade that is full of everything. I cannot even pick and say it's this or that. And it is one of the decades that I have really learned a lot. Yes, I have really learned a lot. It's one of the decades that have my eyes opened. One of the decades that I realized maybe the things that I was doing, maybe they are not okay or they are okay. I may say it's an eye opener. It's a moment, if you don't realize yourself, you can go crazy. It's a decade, if you don't know what you want in life, you can enter depression. It is a decade, if you are not ready with what life brings you, you will collapse. I am telling you, you will faint. Okay, guys. So, do I want to, if God asks me, would you like to go back to your 30s? Me, I will tell God for free, I don't want. I don't want. Yes, it was good. I cannot complain in all things. I can say it was 50-50 or 60-40 or 70-30. But I tell you, my friend, me, I don't want. Because that in that decade is the decade that I've gotten married, lost marriage, began a church, closed the church, opened another one, lost friends, start new friends, lost people. Yani, it's a decade that I lost a business. I'll be sharing all that. I started a new business. I lost another one. I will speak about all that. But I wouldn't want to be in my 30s again. Hey, I wouldn't want to be. So achani mimi nikae 40s. 40s kuna vile inakaa iko tamu. Kuna vile inakaa mtu amerelax. Kuna vile ina flow. Kuna vile inakaa ndio maisha inaanza. Kuna vile inakaa vizuri. Wachani tu mimi nikuwe 40s. So watu wa 30s na waombea. Mungu ape neema. Let's do this. In the year 2014, let's start 2013 hapo, ikikuja kuisha 2014, I really began my 30s very well. Because I was on TV, I had a program called Roshio Ruito, looking forward to bring it back. in an English version now, whereby I was talking about youths. We were having debates with youths, the things that are happening, the things that are trending, the things that are pinning youths down. It was a powerful program. And again, by that time I didn't have a church, but I had a ministry, traveling ministry. Oh, I used to travel from nation to nation, country to country. My goodness. Unakujua na convoy na flowers, unaekwa 3-star hotel, 5-star hotel, unakula vizuri, unahubiri, alafu unarudi kwa ndege, unarudi Kenya, unarudi tena, unapack bag, unaenda tena. It was sweet. So I can say I began my 30s on a higher note. By that time I'm driving a car. By that time, you know, kajina kameanza kujulikana kidogo kidogo Kenya and all that. So I was having that program, and by the end of the year of 2014, I was awarded. It was the best TV show of the year in vernacular TVs. I have even niko na kikombe. Hata sijui kwa nini sikuitoa niwaonyeshe. And also I began, by that time I was traveling, I began keshas in Kenya. And those keshas, I will tell you, they were big, very powerful, very, very powerful. Very powerful, if I can say. And every month I was having that kesha. Every month I was just doing ministry. I was not doing as church, but it was ministry. I do a kesha, naingia ndege, ninaenda South Africa. Narudi tena nafanya kesha, ivo. So the kesha was good, the program was thriving, and Monica was touching money and all that. And I remember, by that time I used to own a house, I used to own a good car, and life was good. Sasa Jimmy ameanza kukula pizza, chipo, unajua zile vitu wako wana afford by kitambo. And it was smooth. 2015, my goodness, ikikuja kuanza, things collapsed. I cannot tell you how. But my house was auctioned, my car was auctioned. I remained with nothing. I don't know, when battles start coming, they start coming as if they call each other. Come, let's go to Monica. Come. When battles begin, I don't know what is that. But I usually know at the end of it all, there is a lesson God is teaching someone. At the end of it all, there is something that is going to be birthed. So it was devastating. I remember I entered into depression. Yes. I remember changing the curtains of the house that I shifted to, because sasa nimechotwa nyumba, nimechotwa gari, kila kitu imeenda. TV nayo imenifuta kazi. Actually, I was employed. I was being paid by the TV to do the program for them. TV imenifuta kazi. Milango ya kuhubiri sijui ilienda wapi and all that. And I entered a depression flani. Yes, I know depression is real. It happens. Wale watu wanasemanga ati hakuna depression, iko. Mimi nakumbuka nilienda nikashona curtains nyeusi, kitchen, all the bedrooms, all sitting room, everywhere, ndio nisione mwangaza. And I stayed like 3 to 4 months that way, in a state of depression. People that I was calling by that time, they were able to help me and to assist me. They were not picking my calls. Yeah, there is that season. They were not picking my calls. Yes, it was that bad. Even I had to take Jimmy to where? To boarding school. So that aache kuona kile kinatendeka nyumbani. Aache kuona nikingangana kukula, tukingangana kukula, kulipa rent and all that. Woo! And in that state of depression and all that, God came. God spoke to me. And God told me, I want to tone you down. I want you to start something in Kenya. That is now towards 2015 ikiisha. Ndio hivyo, kila kitu nimemaliza, hata kesha sifanyi tena. I entered real depression. I could not do anything. And I bounced back in a way that I cannot explain. When I started praying and fasting, and God spoke to me and told me, I want you to settle in Kenya. I want you to begin something. Then I'm like, God, I'm having my best time of life. You know, traveling all over is very sweet. For those that travel to do ministry, they can attest and they can tell you it's very sweet, it's comfortable. I don't want to move from my comfort zone, and God realized that. So he had to take everything so that he shook me to get out of my comfort zone. So come 2016, God is still speaking to me. I'm doing ministry here and there, preaching here and there, going to Nanyuki, Kisumu, sometimes TZ, hapa na pale. So 2016, now nimeanza kurecover back kidogo tu. 2016, God is telling me to start something. And I'm fighting with God, and I don't want. And at one point, God was really like real, Monica, I want you to start something, like maybe a church, I can say that. But in my heart, I'm rejecting and I'm saying, hey, this is not the voice of God. I cannot start anything. And I refuse and I curse it. And I remember praying against it. And it was very real. Dreams, visions. People could even talk to me, hey, Monica, why don't you start a church and all that. Year 2016, nikatoroka kama Jonah. Nikatoroka kama Jonah. I looked for a door in Congo and Rwanda. And I said, I'm running away from Kenya and I just want to go. And from there, I start going and I start my traveling ministry. Nikaenda Congo, Bukavu. Kwenda kufika airport, hakuna mtu ananingoja. Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. Wenye walikuwa ni host, hawayuko. Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. Mteja wa nambali unaopiga kwa sasa hapatikani, na niliko airport na nimejilipia ticket na tule tupesa nilikuwa natu tu tumebaki. Bela na nyuma niko na $20 kwa mfuko. So I am there and I'm stranded. In God's way, I remember a servant of God, Reverend Kisotu, Redeemed Church, Narok. I remember I saw his kapost, amesema ako Bukavu, Congo, na nikapost, nikasema, more grace, man of God. Nikakumbuka, the last 2 weeks, niliona huyu mjamaa anakuja huku. So nikaanza kutafutana na yeye, nikaingia cyber cafe. Kwa cyber, nika access Facebook, nikaanza kumuongelesha, hi man of God, where are you? Hakukuwa online. Nikiwa hapo kwa cyber, I prayed one prayer, God, I know I am Jonah. Please, I know I'm supposed to be swallowed by a fish. But God, remember mercy and forgive me. Because now I could feel, hii ni ile bato ya Jonah na Mungu. Mungu anakwambia fanya hivi lakini hutaki. So by God's grace, this man of God happened to come online. And akasema, hi Prophetess Monicah. Nikasema, guy ako online. Kaambia, man of God, I'm in Bukavu. I am stranded. My host, I cannot find them. Their phone are off and all that. He told me, stay where you are. Where are you? I don't know. Okay. He told me, this is the number of my host. Tell the guy of cyber to give you a phone or to call us, to tell us where you are. And so I gave the number to the cyber guy. They talked. And I was told, stay where you are. We are coming. So they came, and to cut the long story short, I was able to be given a door there. I preached for 1 week. Then I connected to Rwanda. And that man of God in Bukavu, he really blessed me. Na nikaenda Rwanda. Now going to Rwanda, wacha nikwambia sasa hapa ndio Jonah na mezako na samaki. My host, I found my host, nyumba yake imefungwa. Nyumba ya pastor. Na ako na watoto 7. Na yule mkubwa I think alikuwa 10 years. Ni tutoto tuote shule tumefukuzwa shule. Anakaa kwa mshirika, amehostiwa na mshirika. Yani nilienda kufika, zile pesa zote nilipewa Bukavu around 40,000-50,000, nikakuja kulipia mtumishi wa Mungu nyumba na school fees, watoto warudi shule. Sasa hivyo ndio ziliisha. Sasa kwenda kwa kanisa ni kubwa ndio, and I really had people, lakini Rwanda, it's a good country. Nilikuwa Rwanda lakini si tao, na huko hivyo, na huko sijui ni wapi, sikumbuki jina. Ako na watu, lakini I can say the rate of exposure, like here in Kenya we are so exposed, like we cannot allow our pastor to suffer. Yeah, that one I know. Hata kama sio watu watakabiliana na mimi, but at least we know how to take care of these men and women of God, especially the people that are into full-time ministry. Wachana na sisi wenye tunafanya biashara hapa na pale. Sasa huyo alikuwa na biashara, hana kitu ingine, ni kuhubiri tu, mke wake hana kitu ingine, wanahubiringi tu. And now the church, they don't know how to take care of this man of God. Actually, the entire week I did training. Niliwafundisha tu how to run ministry. I talk to the leaders how to take care of their pastor. Kama sadaka imetoka, huyu mchungaji hakuna kazi ingine anafanya, kanisa ichukue ile inachukua, nao hii mpatie mchungaji school fees alipe, nyumba and all that. So to cut the long story short, nilikuwa huko training and I thank God I trained them. Today it's a good church. They are taking good care of their pastor and the pastor was happy. So in short, there I was not even blessed or anything. And remember, throughout since I was auction and all that, I have been having hiccups of finances. Now the only money I had, nimelipa ndege, and now the only money I was given, nimeinua mtu mwingine, and now here comes the day to come back to Kenya, and I don't have money. I remember calling people here in Kenya, and they paid my ticket, and I went back to Kenya with nothing. And I came back and I found that God was waiting for me to come and start serving. So 2016, ikaenda hivyo up and down, ikaisha. Now 2017, the doors of preaching towards 2017, zote zikaisha. Paka ile, you know ile ya beshte yako, you know that person you can tell, hey, this Sunday, I don't have anywhere to go and I feel like I can be a blessing. Can I come? Hata hao, hakuna mtu alikuwa ananitaka. Like, hapo nilikuwa kwa tumbo ya samaki. So nikasema, Mungu umeniweza, nimeinua mikono. What you want me to do, I will do. So, nikasema, nikaenda kwa maombi and I prayed. I fasted and I asked God, what do you want me to start? Is it a Sunday service? Is it a church? What is it? And when I was praying, I heard prophetic hour. Then I'm like, prophetic hour. So I'm looking here. I don't have a hall. I don't have instruments. I have nothing. So what will I do? Nikasema wacha nitoe poster. Nikasema prophetic hour service coming soon. Nikaeka kwa Facebook. People were excited. We cannot wait. We have been waiting for this. This is what we have been looking for. Woman of God, now it's the time. My friend, I don't have equipment. I don't have a hall. Nothing. I'm just me and my God. So, when I saw that, it lifted my heart. And I went to town. I started looking for a hall. And I went and I started looking for a hall. And I remember I found a hall. Hapo Nasiko Chambers. Nasiko Chambers. The home of beginners. So the hall, I found the man of God was leasing the hall. He had his own services, but he's leasing. He told me, Prophetess Monica, I admire you and I love your ministry. For 1 month, I am giving you my instruments, my equipment, everything. Wait after watu wa kucheza equipment. I'm giving you for 1 month. Kama huna vyombo, lakini kama uko na vyombo sawa. Nikamwambia sina, nikamwambia sawa. So I went at a hotel in New Stanley Hotel to grab a cup of tea. I was very hungry. So nikaingia hapo nikunywe chai, at least nimepata hall na nimepata vyombo. Lakini sina wachezaji vyombo, sina nini. So nilipoingia hapo, one man, a friend of mine, he used to sponsor my keshas. He was happy and like, Prophetess Monica, where did you go? Kesha kwani zilisha na huku tuambia. Nikasema na moyo, wewe ungejua ile ilionipata mpaka saa hii sina nyumba, sina nini. So I told him, you know, the Kajani and all that. And I told him I'm starting a new service in town. Na nimepata hall. Aliuliza hall ni pesa ngapi, nikamwambia. Akaniambia, can I take care of that hall? At least for the first few months. Kambia okay. Where my friend, nikachukua check ya 6 months. So 6 months, I'm paid. The hall is paid. So kibaru ilikuwa on me kuhubiri. Maana niko na hall, vyombo nimepewa 1 month free and all that. So nika unveil the dates of the prophetic hour service. Then hapo nikaomba Mungu, nimwambia Mungu nipe watu wa kufanya kazi. I remember one girl, a friend of mine, she's called She. I remember I don't know who called each other, but we started talking and I told her, you know, I'm having this service, nini, nini, and she's a praise and worship leader. Actually, she leads in my prophet's church, Bishop Mark Karaoke. She leads there. And she told me, on that day we don't have a service. Can I come and give you support? And nikamwambia she, hey, come with anyone. I mean, come with everyone. Keyboardist, nini, niko na vyombo lakini sina watu. She ndio aliniletea watu, waimbaji na wacheza vyombo. Ibada ya kwanza ikaanza. Wacha nipeane kastori ka ibada ya kwanza. So nimeomba, niko fasting, mpaka hiyo siku niko fasting because I didn't know what is the turn up and all that. Nikaingia kwa hall kitu around 4:30. Tukapanga praise and worship ika take over, wakaanza kuongoza. Nikapiga magoti hapo mbele, nikaanza kuomba. Nilipoanza kuomba, nilikuwa naomba namwambia Mungu, hata watu 5 ukiniletea, I'm good. Yani ile, because you don't know whether people will come, you have not done crusade, nothing. Nikaomba, worship ikaisha, wakaanza praise. Bado nikiwa chini. So nikasema, wacha sasa niamuke. So to my expectation, watu kama 3 wameingia hall. Nikasimama. So naogopa hata kugeuka nyuma. Pastors can understand me. Juu sijui nani yako. Wakati niligeuka hivi, let me tell you for free, the hall was full to capacity. Sema full to capacity. Hall yenyewe ikiwa imepangwa, tulikuwa tumepanga 100 seats. Inapangwa 150 seats. Lakini kwa sababu hatutaki kurisk, tukapanga 100. Viti zote zimekaliwa, ziko na watu. Na watu wengine wamesimama. Nikachanganyikiwa. And I was like, God, what is this? Wacha nikuambie, for the first time, mahubiri ikafutika kwa kichwa. Ile nilikuwa nihubiri ikafutika. Hata nikasahau nilikuwa nihubiri nini. Good thing is that nilikuwa nimeandika kwa notebook. I started crying. I was like, God, so you were waiting for me. Let me give you a lesson. When you are waiting on God to do something in your life, God is also waiting for you. Maybe God is also waiting for you on the other side for you to reciprocate. So God was waiting for me to come into terms that I want you to start, to start having roots in Kenya. That is where I want to plant you, Monica. And I was hesitant. So God showed me, you see. And I preached. It was powerful. People were seated, others were standing. That hall was having over 150 people, around 200, day one. So the prophetic hour began. Like that, every Wednesday evening. So 2017, I did it. 2018, God now was bringing in my heart to start a church. I started looking for a hall I could not find. I really tried to connect so that I can have one place to do Wednesday and Sunday. I could not find. But I began that way in the same hall, because Sunday there was someone in the morning. I began in the afternoon. So we were doing prophetic hour on Wednesday and Sunday afternoon, Sunday service. And I began like that. And And here we are. Now on 2018, all of you know, I got married. Najua mnataka sana hapo. Yes, I got married. So that is 2018. And we continued well 2019, and the ministry, we are doing the Sunday service and the prophetic hour. Now, 2019 towards the end, I was feeling I need now to start, a setup of a church, because this is more of ministry. And I wanted to get out of the town city center. And I found Kasarani, where we were previously, Kasarani Equity. Hey! That hall, it was a dumping site. For those who began with us can tell, tulifagia, tukaiosha, tukaita siwa, lori ikakuja kutoa. It was bad, and we began. And 2020, the church began. I remember it was in February 16th, the first Sunday. And the church was like this. Hall ilikuwa ya watu 300, ilikuwa imejaa, more than 300 people. People just came. We began a church. We started setting up now the church, you know, the department here, praise and worship, ushers, protocol, you know, running the church. 4 weeks after the church, tumefungua kanisani hivi. 4 weeks, 4 Sundays, COVID came. Remember, I have begun the church. It's newly. I have spent a lot in the church. We did crusade, door to doors, open airs, the entire month of December and January. So that we start the church in Feb. So I had all the money I had yote niliweka hapo. Crusades, open airs, door to door, kutolesha hizo nini tunaenda tukipea watu, evangelism. We did it for 2 good months. So it really drained me. Na kanisa ndio hiyo, lazima tungeiunda tuitengeneze, and I thank God for people that stood with me that time. A lot of people came through and you stood with me. Now 4 weeks, kanisa imefunga. Kanisa imefunga. Tumefungiwa. It was not easy. I'm like, we are only 4 weeks old. What is this? But anyway, tukaanza kitu inaitwa online services. And I thank God because kutoka kitambo I have been online. So it really did well. Actually, I cannot complain because during COVID, I really did online services and they were powerful. And the following was awesome, overwhelming. You know, like people really were attending church. People were attending church. So all the services, I was doing them online. And after COVID, tukarudi church. So until there, nani yako na swali? Uliza kwa comment. Nini unataka kujua? Uliza kwa comment. But one thing I can say is that all through that journey of door closing, auctioned, the house is taken, losing a job on the TV, you know, falling from up there to down here, what I can say is that God was taking me through school. During all that time, God was taking me through school, up and down. And I can say this, by that time I was very high. I'm having all, like a house, a car, my own. Unajua, ukiwa na nyumba Nairobi na ni mansion, you know, it means a lot, eh? So I was feeling like nimefika. And I can tell you, kuna kakiburi tu kalikuwa mahali, sitawaficha. Kale kakufeel, you know, I have everything. My son is in good school now. I can afford this, I can afford that. Kunako kakiburi. Na mimi najua, iyo lazima ingefinywa, ndio niweze kufika mahali nimefika. Otherwise singefika. Na ndio niweze kurelate na watu. Na ndio niweze kusikiza Mungu. So sometimes God will take away something to get attention. To squeeze you. To squeeze pride out of you. To get you into the line. Because that is what I feel that happened. That this time the Lord took me down there. He took me for him to get my attention. And for sure, he got my attention. And for sure, there is that pride that was, you know, squeezed out of me. And I came to realize even these things tuko nazo, manyumba, magari na nini, Mungu akitaka kuzimaliza na siku moja anaweza. Zinaweza zikaisha. So nikaanza kusema mpaka Solomon wakati alikuwa anasema ni vanity of vanity of vanity, alikuwa ameonja. So it was not easy. That transition was too much. You know, you are here, you are there, you are there, you are here. But one thing I kept on is hope. I kept on believing. I kept on consistency. I kept on moving and moving and moving. So we are in 2020. COVID has come. Tumefungiwa and all that. So let me take you back. 2018, I began farming. Nikaanza kulima. Nilikuwa nalima kitunguu. Wale walikuwa wananijua. Nilikuwa nalima kitunguu, ndio ilikuwa the main thing, but nilikuwa nalima viazi here and there, maharagwe, but kitunguu ndio ilikuwa the main thing. So I bounced back financially very well. That is 2018, 2019. So I was very good. The bills were payable. I could do, ministry smoothly and all that. So I was farming. So I was having that business. 2020, kitunguu yangu ikakutwa wakati navuna kitunguu yangu yenye nilikuwa nimelima kubwa sana, like 5 acres. It was lorries and lorries on tons of kitunguu. Let me shock you what happened. Kitunguu ya TZ ikaingia. Ikakuja na bei ya chini. Sasa hiyo imeingia na mimi ndio nina harvest kitunguu yangu. Wacha nichomeke na market. Na kitunguu ni very expensive kulima, kumaintain, kupanda. It is very expensive. Very. So nilichomeka. Biashara ikaharibika. Hii 2020 nakumbuka paka ni ile wakati unabembeleza watu wanunue. I remember I used even to do delivery myself. Because now kitunguu ni mingi sana. Na watu hata hawatambui hiyo kitunguu yako. Ati unawaambia 200 kg. Watu wananunua huku nje mpaka kitunguu ilikuwa inatoka 30 bob per kg. So ilikuwa hivi. So biashara yangu ikaharibika. And 2020 now singeweza kupanda. Kwa sababu nao unavuna ndio uondoe upande. Hata pesa ya kupanda, pesa ya mbegu haikuwa inapatikana. Mbegu ya kitunguu very expensive. So nikalima tu kidogo. Sikuweza kulima kama previously. Niliweza saa kupanda tu kidogo. But I ventured into clothing business. Hapo ndio PM mavazi ilizaliwa. PM mavazi ilizaliwa hapo. And I thank God. During hiyo COVID ndio nilianza PM mavazi here and there. And even in the midst of COVID niliuza. Yes. So hapo ndio nakuambiaga, hii kianguka inuka na ingie. Hii kianguka inuka na ingie. Wacha kulala hapo. Ati biashara yangu ilianguka, amuka my sister, my brother. So kanisa zikafunguliwa and we came back. Now 2021 tukaendelea na kanisa, tukaendelea na ministry, tukaendelea na biashara. So nalima kidogo kidogo. Sasa hiyo nimeacha kulima ile kubwa because ilianguka. So biashara PM mavazi ikashika, and I thank God for that. Until today it is doing awesome, it is doing well. Now listen to me. 2021 here, I opened another business, PM Nail Spa. Woo! And it was awesome. And it was good. And it was great. It was doing amazing. I don't want to talk about that because I might cry. But I lost it in a very bad way. I lost it through crisis that found me. And their crises I wouldn't want to share. I wouldn't want to share them in public. I want them to remain in the secret box. Allow me to do that because I don't feel ready to share. And also it touches people that are too close to me and people that I wouldn't want, to expose them. I don't want them to feel as if I'm fighting them. But unfortunately, I lost that business. It was among the businesses I've ever opened that was blooming. It was doing well. It was perfect. It was great. It is a business that within a week, just 1 week, I was having good money. And PM Nail Spa went down just like that. It was not easy to let go. It was not easy at all. It made me cry for so many days. But it went like that. So when I'm telling you that decade of 30 to 40, it has really made me cry. It is for sure. Whereby you start a business and you lose it at your eyes. You look at it like this. It goes. Na si kushindwa umeshindwa kumanage. Na si kuanguka imeanguka. Na sio customer imekosa. Imeenda tu kiangalia. Ikiwa biashara mzima imesimama ikaenda. So that was I can say it was my low moment in this journey of 30s. It's one of my low moments. Hiyo ya kuchotwa, hiyo nilichotwa nyumba na gari. It was a low moment. But this one, it was more low than that one. It really made me feel bad. Anyway, so ikaenda hivyo. And by that time, nimejoin shule. I'm doing counseling psychology. By that time, nimejoin shule. Ninasoma, ninalipa school fees yangu. Niko na Jabali, nalipa school fees. Niko na Jimmy, nalipa school fees. Niko na wafanyikazi, ninawalipa. Niko na bills, nalipa. So you can imagine, I was really disorganized financially. Because the mainstream of finances has been cut. So I was, 2021, I can say, it was not that good, but I thank God. I thank God for what He is doing and what he has done. So ukianguka usiishi hapo duniani umeanguka hapo duniani. Usikae hapo chini. Inuka. Kaende. Songa ukisonganga. So thank God PM Mavazi is still there, and I believe if PM Nail Spa come back, this time is not only coming back as PM Nail Spa, it is coming back as a whole package. You know me, when I say something, I mean it. And when I determine, I mean it. So we are coming back with a PM Spa very soon. You will see it come to pass in Jesus' name. 2022 is the year I went through storms. I went through rivers, mountains, everything you can imagine of in ministry. 2022, when it was starting, there is a scandal that came out of one of our pastors in church. He was a resident pastor. He was the pastor to the youth, and he was a leader. So when his scandal came out, actually it never came out with his name. It was coming out with my name, the son of Prophetess Monicah. So my name was tagged along. Hey, acha nikae vizuri. That time it was on a Friday, and I remember I was in class, and I switched off my phone, especially ukiwa class unafunga simu. So ilikuwa half day class. At around 2ish, 3ish, nimemaliza class, nafungulia simu. Messages. Yaani hizo message ni kama zilikuwa zinalia, ni kama unajua wakati umeintroduce mpoa wako kwa social media. Unajua venye kuna ngongana moto, watu wana comment. Nikashindwa, what have I done this round? What have I done? Nikafungulia simu. I tried calling you bishops, pastors, apostles, men of God, great men of God. I'm like, who died? Because now, great people are calling you, and I'm like, who died? Everyone is looking at you. Nikaingia WhatsApp. Kulikuwa kuna waka moto. Nikazima simu kwanza. Because shule yetu ilikuwa karibu na Clarion Hotel, nikaingia hoteli. Kuingia hoteli, nikaitisha kahawa, chocolate. Nikakunywa hot chocolate na keki. Nikawaambia nipeni ile keki sweet kabisa. I didn't know what I wanted. Because sasa hata sijui nini inaendelea. Nikaingia social media. Nikaingia Facebook. Oh my God. Actually, Prophetess Monicah was popular in Kenya at that moment. Not in a good way. Na kwanza mpaka nashangaa. Sasa nimeturn 40. Tuko Mupasho. Madha Mwehaki Higa. Nyinyi mabloggers. Nyinyi Nairobian. Hamwezi ni post Facebook kwa Facebook nikiturn 40. Lakini nikirostiwa nyinyi. Ni mimi na nyinyi this time round. Nikirostiwa mko hapo. Prophetess Monicah son. Yaani huyo son hatajwi jina, mimi ndio natajwa. Na si mimi nimefanya dhambi, na si mimi nimekosea, na si mimi nimemess. In short, what am I saying? Hiyo ilikuwa Friday, joto ikakua, vitu zika run up and down. The following day was a refined woman date. Saturday, the refined woman date. Nikaingia kanisani kama kawaida, ilikuwa inaanza saa 7, na refined women ilikuwa inajaa watu kutoka wapi, Machakos, Kiambu, watu walikuwa wanatoka mpaka wapi wanakuja. My friends, tukaanza kitu saa 7. Saa hiyo tunaanza na nani? Secretary wangu anaitwa Mary. Ndio tu alikuwa kwa kanisa na keyboardist na drumist. Na keyboardist na drumist usisahau wako kwa mshahara. So hawayuko kanisani juu wanataka wako job. The rest of the workers, praise and worship, hakuna. Asha, hakuna. Niko kwa ofisi yangu. Nauliza Mary, watu wamekuja? Mam kaka nitakwambia. Saa 9 ikagonga. Mary, watu wanakuja? Mam kaka nitakwambia. Ai saa 9:30 nikamwambia Mary nitahubiri saa ngapi? So nikatoka, nikaingia kwa madhabahu. Nikamwambia Mary leo ni wewe una set hizo makamera hata kama hujui kuset. Maana hata watu wa media wako. Mary akaeka simu, akaeka live, tukaenda live, nikahubiria Mary, nikahubiria keyboardist na drumist. Walikuwa watu watatu. Refined Women ilikuwa inakujwa na over 100 women. Adoikana? Ati watu wangapi? Watatu. Online tulikuwa na over 1,000 people watching because I think they maybe thought I'll talk about what happened. And watu si wali watch. Hiyo Refined Women si muli watch. Watu walikuwa na ngoja hivi niongee. So mimi nikahubiri 40 good minutes. Nikaombea watu, nikaitisha sadaka, nikafunga ibada. Tukaenda nyumbani. Hapo ndio ilinihit. Jana iko imenihit. Hapo ndio ilinihit. Hiyo ni saa tu. Nikalala silali, najigeuza kwa kitanda, hakuna kitu ina ada. The following day ni Sunday. Semeni Sunday oe, Sunday ikafika. Sunday kufika, vile tulikuwa ni hivyo. Watatu. Na tusichana tuwili, sijui kwenye tulikuwa tumetoka. Hiyo ni Sunday service. Na Sunday service Makiu, we are having 200 members plus. Wakati watu wajakuta ibada, there are 200, 180, lakini tulikuwa tunachezea hapo. Tuko watu watano sasa. Kaambia watu, wekeni kitu inaitwa online. Tukahubiri. Hiyo siku mlikuwa mnaniona mkiwa watu 5,000. Mnapenda moshene. Ati mnataka msikie venye nitaongea. Sasa hiyo nimeroastiwa. By the way, ulikuwa unaenda Facebook unasema Prophetess Monica inakuletea popular now. Na sio mimi nimefanya kitu. Mimi tu nikukua mama ya mtoto huyo mtukutu. Lakini mkaniekelea mkaniroast. Wacha niwaambie kitu moja nimejifunza na social media. Social media ni nzuri na social media ni mbaya. Watu wa social media mko sawa na watu wa social media mko wabaya. Nyinyi mnainuaga mtu na nyinyi mnaangushaga mtu. So kila nitakwambia kama wewe unafanyanga kazi social media ama unahubiri ama nini, usijali na social media. Usijali na social media. Social media ni wale wase, ni majudas na ni wale Peters na ni wale watu wazuri. Ni wazuri sana na ni wabaya sana. But I've come to realize wale watu wanakugongaga social media, wengine wao hata hawakujui, hawajai commit. Hata hawajui story yako, hata hawajui nini. While they pick from whatever they see, wanaanza kuthrow mawe. Again, watu wenye wanakupiga social media pia ni wale watu wanakujua. Unajua wako na facts, wako na material, wako na hizo vitu zote. Again, what I've come to realize, social media inakuanga na wave. Wakati kitu mbaya inafanyika, inabebaga watu, mpaka wale wazuri. Wakati kitu mzuri inafanyika, inabebaga watu, hata wale wabaya. Hiyo ndio social media. Social media inataka thick skin. Kwa sababu ukisikiza social media utapata high blood pressure. Utalazwa hospitali, utakufa, tutakuzika. Achana na social media. Usiamini kenye watu wanasema. Wewe unajijua. Si unajijua? Si unajielewa? Si unajifahamu? Weka hapo. Kaa ukijua, wacha watu waongee. Wataongea. Uzuri wa Kenya ni kwamba watu wanaongeaga 1 week. Kitu ingine inakuja. Inaficha wewe. Kama saa hii tulikuwa tunaongelea kitu ingine, saa hii tunaongelea ya Joey. Tukimaliza ya Joey mwingine afanye kitendo. So uzuri wa social media vitu huenda zikikufa. But I can say niliroastiwa. Nikaroastiwa. In short, a whole month nilikuwa na washirika 5 wakienda sana 10. A whole month. So after a whole month, I remember that was March, April, ilikuwa birthday za kina Jimmy na Jabali. Nikawachukua nikaweka kwa ndege, nikamwambia watoto wangu hata hii injili nimeachana nao. By the way, April 2022 nilikuwa nimemalizana na kuhubiri, lakini sikuambia watu. But by the way nilikuwa nimemalizana na kuhubiri, nilikuwa nimesema kama watu si mimi nimefanya kitendo, lakini watu wanakataa mpaka kuja kanisani, mnanipiga, mnaniongelelea, mpaka watu wa kanisani kwangu naona wakisema following kwa blog ya Tuko, kwa blog ya Mother Mwihaki Higa. Wazee wa kanisa wanasema following. Leaders wanasema tunangoja chai. My own leaders. It was so bad. But I thank God. Si asante Mungu umenipea roho kubwa. Si asante. So nikamalizana na kuhubiri. Hakuna mtu niliambia. Na nikaenda coast. Tukaenda kujivinjari na watoto wangu. Tukachukua vacation ya 10 days. Tukaenda kuogelea. Tukaenda kukula. Tukarelax. Nikaacha hiyo kanisa na nikasema sihubiri tena. So niko huko kwenye kujivinjari na kurelax. Mungu akaniongelesha akaniambia, I'm not yet over with you. Nilikuwa nafagia na nimefagia kanisa. Rudi, anzia upya. So I came back and leadership ikaenda, most of them. Na wale walibaki pia baadaye walirudi wakaenda. So tukaendelea, kanisa ikarudi normal. Watu wengine wakakuja, watu wa zamani wakarudi, kanisa ikakuwa sawa. September 2022 September tukapata, I remember we were having prophetic hour service na kulikuwa na summit ilikuwa inaendelea. Nikapata Mary ameekelea tukabarua hapo juu ya meza yangu kwa ofisi, na haniambii kitu, na haniambii nifungue, na haniambii chochote. So nikachukua hiyo barua nikaisoma, na nilikuwa nimetoka class. Nikasoma barua inasema ni eviction letter. We are supposed to be vacating in the by the month of December 5th. We are not supposed to be there. Na sio tuko September 15th. Na tukaambua management imeuza nyumba na tunafaa kuondoka. Nikasema nilikuwa nimeacha kanisa. Mwezi wa 4 nilikuwa nimeacha kuhubiri. Karibu nibadilishe jina yangu niache kujiita Prophetess Monicah. Nianze kujiita kitu kingine. Then Mungu, mimi nikakubali kurudi. Then wakati nimekubali kurudi, wewe na wewe Mungu uko hapo hivyo, ukaamua kuniroast tena na eviction letter. Kaambia Mungu, hii summit ndio ya mwisho. Mimi kuhubiri, tunaachana. Kwanza hata I'm very good in business. Wacha nifanye biashara. Let me tell you, if you see any pastor driving, any good pastor out there, any pastor preaching, I am telling you, we quit every time. Hata hao wachungaji wakubwa mark bishops, waulize story yao. Walikuwa wana quit every Monday. Walikuwa wana quit. Disappointments, discouragements. So I was so disappointed, I was so discouraged. And I was like, God, what is it? Kwani hata lazima nihubiri? Kwani hata nani alisema lazima? Sio lazima, hata wahubiri ni wengi. Simi hata naweza fanya biashara. I was really devastated. And I chose to enter in prayers. I was asking God one question. Did you call me? God, did you call? For real? God, now, jokes aside, tell me, did you call me? I went to Heaven's Gate to ask God that question. Nakumbuka nilikuwa kwa mti. Chini ya mti nikasema, God, this is my witness. Hii mti itakuwa witness yangu na wewe. Did you call me? Tell me now. Na nilikuwa namuuliza hiyo swali na nikalala kwa nyasi. So wakati nililala, Mungu akaniambia, you have been too comfortable in a hall of 200 people. And I want to upgrade you. I want to take you to the next level. Nikaota, nikaamuka. Nikasema hii ndoto haikuwa ifai hivyo. Nilikuwa nafaa kupewa jibu. Mungu liniita huku niita. So Mungu akaniambia unataka jibu ingine gani? Hiyo nimekujibu. Now I am showing you where to take you. I am taking you there. You will not struggle. And I will give finances. I will bring people and I will do all that. Okay. Ndio huyo mimi. Kamaliza. Nikakuja nikaambia watu, we are declaring fasting. Kuanzia saa hii tunaomba na chain prayers. All the way mpaka siku ile tutafungua the new church. Ndio mimi huyo nikaanza kutafuta mahali pa kuhamia. Mungu ananiambia nilikwambia nitakwambia ni wapi. Acha kushinda ukikimbizana na mahali pa kuhamia. And I relaxed. And for sure where we are, God brought someone. Akaniuliza, pastor, nilisikia unatafuta kiwanja. Si ukuje uone kiwanja iko hapa. Sasa saa hiyo ni December ni November mwisho. So October naambia watu tunahama. November naambia watu tunahama. Nimeweka dates. Paka nimeweka flyer. Na nimeambia bishop hii ndio siku tunahama. Na bishop ameniambia hiyo siku napatikana. nina hype na sijui tunaenda wapi. That is what we call crazy faith. October, November, sikuwa najua kwenye tutahamia. November wiki huko mid November huko, ma 20s huko, ndio huyo mtu akanitia hiyo shamba. Ndio tukaenda tukaiona. So nikaambia Mungu, kama hapa ndio umetuleta, thank you God. So nika unveil the place. Saa hiyo tumebakisha wiki 2-3 tuhame. Na saa hiyo ndio naambia watu penye tunaenda. Hata members wa PCC hawakuwa najua. Nilikuwa nawaambia tu iko mahali. The elders peke yao ndio walikuwa najua where we are going, kwamba hatuna mahali pa kwenda. Sasa tukaita tingatinga, excavator, tukaanza mambo, nikaingia online, nikaonesha watu. God provided. God provided. We did the D-Day, it was on 10th December 2022. Tukiingia 2023. Tukafungua kanisa, tukaanza kujenga within 3 weeks my people. Tukisema ni kufika December 31st. Kanisa ilikuwa imesimama, ilikuwa na kila kitu, ni madirisha na milango tulikuwa tunaweka. Kule pesa ilitoka sijui. Kanisa yetu, account yetu ilikuwa na around 400,000. Nakwambia tu ukweli wa Mungu, mbele za Mungu. Account ya church ilikuwa na around 400,000. Na hapa tumepanga, tumefanya, so tumetoa. So ilikuwa na kakitu kadogo sana. Hata iko imefikisha 300,000. Now tumeanza kujenga. Mabati ilikuwa almost 500,000. Chuma zilikuwa around 700,000 to 800,000. Yani hizo vitu zote kwenye zilitoka, maana tulinua na msingi wa mawe, lori sijui ngapi za mawe, cement, mchanga, all that. I don't know where ilitoka. Until today, ukiniuliza, I cannot tell you. What do I tell people? God built himself an altar. And God can build himself an altar. Hata watu wakikataa kujenga, Mungu hujijengea. Hiyo Mungu alijijengea mwenyewe. So that is now 2023. Tumeingia 2023. Tumeingia 2023, tunajenga. Niko busy mwezi wa pili hapo hivyo. Kivumbi katokea tena kwa social media. Prophetess Monicah ameanza kudate mpoa wake na hamtaki ya date. Mukaleta makasiriko. Mpaka nikauliza, kwani watu mnatakaga nikiwa single? Najua mnaniuliza, na hiyo ingine iliisha aje? Msimutuambie iliisha. Hivyo tu. Aje hivyo. Siku gani wewe usijali. So na mnapenda udaku. Unaona hapo mpaka umeongeza volume? Unaona? Mpaka hapo umeongeza volume. Na kuona na kucheki sana. So hapo mimi nimepata tu mtu ananipenda tu. Mtu mzuri wa Mungu. Mumekuja mumerusha mawe. Mukarusha. Si mulinirushia mawe last year? Si mulinirushia? Si nyinyi watu ni wabada. Lakini mawe yenu at least tulimaliza kujenga kanisa, na pia nikajenga kwangu. Nilikuwa najengaga kwangu, kulikuwa kumekwama. Mlinikuamua. Anyway guys, so muka ni roast. Nilifanywa Paka mpoa wangu akaniuliza, "Gai, kwani kunaendaje?" Tulikuwa tunaamuka madhamu ya Kihiga, tunaamuka Mpasho, Nairobi, sijui nani, sijui waga watoria. Bloggers, na wauliza hivi swali ya mwisho. Mimi nimeturn 40 in style. Nikawapigia mapicha moto. Mmoja mkachukua picha moja munipost. Msema, "Oh my God, gorgeous Prophetess Monicah." Maana ndivyo mnaniitanga. Gorgeous city pastor Prophetess Monicah has turned 40. Hamwezi fanya hivyo haki surely. Hizi ni mawiki. Hizo ni mawat. Mna roasting tu wakati tu mnataka kuniroast. Wakati mzuri ya mwezi ni post. Ananyumbo tio guy. Kwa mkipatana na hao mabloggers muambie wanipost. Bado nina heart. My heart is hurting. Why didn't you post me when I'm turning 40 and I had beautiful photos? Lakini wakati mnataka kupata happiness, wakati nataka kupendwa, mko hapo mkiweka kizuizi nisipendwe. Wewe, okay. So ikaenda ikakuwa moto joto. Hiyo joto nakuambia ilikuwa joto kwa sababu mpaka kuna watu kanisani hiyo joto hawakuistahimili. Wakuwa wameongozwa na viongozi wetu, elders. I thank God this time round Mungu amenipatia viongozi wenye wana focus na mission na vision na ministry. Wametoa focus yao na personal life ya pastor. Wanasema pastor, we ni mtu, personal life yako ni yako, hata sisi tuko na kwetu. You do your life, we are backing you up in ministry and we are behind you. Kajoto kakakuja kanisani, vurugu ikakuwa here and there. And the people that I didn't expect to leave, the people that I didn't expect to beat me, the people that I didn't expect to talk on social media or to, kunigonga, wakatoka. Na walipotoka, wakachukuliwa na marafiki zangu wachungaji. Oh my God, mchungaji mmoja akawaita, akawaambia, even I wonder how you survive there with this single woman. Me and my husband, we can, nurture you people. You need an example of a couple. Hey, wherever this pastor is, I know she's watching, but I forgive you. But your heart is black. Oh. Hey, I've never seen a black heart like that. So watu wakaanza now I don't know whether I can call them what, because I cannot call them my enemies, because I'm not an enemy to them, me. But maybe to them I'm an enemy. I don't know. But they took advantage. And also, remember 2022, when hii issue ilitokea na pastor wetu, also there are pastors that took advantage of that. And they took washirika. When I said, and I said on the other video, the enemy of a pastor is a pastor, I meant it. So twice it has happened to me, twice, whereby a pastor will take you washirika because maybe they have come preach for you and all that. They really took the people and they promised them everything. Now, if you ask me, I don't know how they are. I don't know how they are going on. My personality is this: if I disconnect with you, I disconnect. And I disconnect so easily, and I forget so easily. And I actually, when I close that chapter, even I forget your name. I'm not pretending. That is who I am. And this is a personality. I forget even your name. I forget even if I knew your number, I forget it. We can meet with you mpaka nashanga. That is who I am. And I thank God for that, because it helped me heal quickly and release people quickly. So it really ilitugonga hivi na kanisa ni mpya, hata hatujamaliza kujenga. But I thank God from that time coming this way, God lifted leaders that now I can rely on, I can depend on, leaders that are open-hearted, leaders that are there because they are there to serve God, not to serve Monica. Leaders that understand I'm also a human being and I have my own life to live. Yes. And they are not too much into my personal life. And if you're watching me and you're too much in the personal life of your pastor, my dear, stop. Stop it. You have a personal life. They have a personal life. That is why it's called personal. Personal. Wachaneni na pastor. Ndoa yake venye iko, wacha wadil nayo na mke wake. Wacheni kuingilia. Mambo zake za kinyumbani kwake achaneni nazo. And I thank God because God have really gifted me leaders. My leaders, wherever you are, I love you. I appreciate you. The stewards of the church, God bless you for sticking and staying and saying, Prof, that is your personal life. We don't care about it. Sort your things out. What we care is about the church and the ministry and the calling of God upon you. And that is what we are backing up. Thank you for understanding me. Thank you for understanding I'm just a small girl who needs love, who wants to get married. A small woman, a young woman who wants life. I don't want to be single forever. Me, I cannot be single. With this beauty. And how now? This beauty sleeping alone. How? This one. Staying alone. How? I need Ampoa. I need someone to hold my hand now. Okay, I was saying thank you. PCC, thank you so much. So hiyo mwaka iliisha, ni roastiwa kidogo, and I thank God. Hiyo kuni roast. I thank God for my mpoa. Hallelujah, wherever you are. You never gave up. Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. Although kuna mahali ilikuwa imefika tukasema, hey, hii moto imekuwa sana. Situfanya ile kitu ya uwe uende hivi, mimi niende hivi, kwanza tutulie. But after that, we came back and we thank God for where we are. So, last year, I graduated theology and counseling psychology, both with diploma. And this year, I'm advancing to degree. I thank God because those 2 years of being in school, in class, it was not in vain. And I feel enlightened more than before. I feel that I know myself better than before. I feel like there are decisions I'm able to make because I have knowledge that I needed to have. Yes, and I feel like going back to school have really participated positively in my life. If you need to go back to school, go back to school. Go back to school. So, tukatoka 2023. Now, 2023 hii, ikija mwezi wa 8 hivi, another battle arose of our church. God. A new landlord came from the US. A new landlord. He came in the month of August, and we were given 21 days to vacate. And remember, mark you, we have not finished building the church. Hapo tumemaliza kujenga kanisa, tulikuwa tunataka kuanza kutengeneza altar. Sunday school classes ndio tunajipanga kujenga, zimeanza kujengwa. So hatujaweka milango kwa Sunday school church, hatujaweka carpet and all that, na mtu amejitokeza. 21 days to vacate. We were just there. We entered prayer, we started praying and all that. So I don't want to talk a lot for now, but it has been a journey that really dragged us behind because we stopped building, we stopped everything we were doing. Tukaanza kuconcentrate na, kuomba na kuangalia the way forward na koti every month tuko kotini. Na mwenye alitupatia lease agreement akitupatia kabisa, tuliona ni yake, and now amenyamaza, ametuondokea. Huyu mpya amekuja anataka tuondoke. So there is that commotion, the court and all that. Also it is really affected the church somehow because kuna watu wapendi hiyo commotion ati tuko kotini as a church and all that. Kuna wale watu hujitoa kamoja, but we thank God for the people that have stick with us until now. So we are still in court, and we are trusting God. Whatever outcome will come, we will just thank the Lord, and we will do whatever the Lord will direct us to do. So pray for us, by the way. We are sending you to pray for us as a church. It's a challenge that has been there from August until now. It is not solved. We are hoping it to be solved very quickly so that we even finish building. But God will come. However the outcome that comes, we are strong, we are ready, and to God be the glory. Kanisa ni ya Mungu. We are custodian. Kanisa ni ya Mungu. Ikiwa ama isiwe ni yake. So we chose to release this battle to the Lord. We chose to focus to God. And we are hoping for the best. Our hope is that hatutakuwa demolished where we are. That is our prayer. So pray with us and God is going to bless you. Now, we crossed over the year. And here we are, 2024. Before we cross over the year, in the month of, I really closed my 30s very bad. In the month of December, my grandma got sick, December 20th. On the 25th Christmas, we are going in her house for Christmas. We went in her house. Arriving at her house, we rushed her to the hospital. We found her very sick. So from that time, 3 weeks, she was in the hospital. She was discharged. When she was discharged, she stayed a week. The second week, she rested. She rested on 25th of January. And on 2nd of February, we rested her. Then 11th of February, one of my uncles, the son of Shosho, could not take it. And he died. He took his own life. 11th of February. Remember, 2 weeks from Tuzike Shosho. It was a double tragedy. It was bad. Actually, it really weighed us down as a family. It was a bad way to start the year. Burying Shosho, now her son. So after that, 11th, that following week, Friday, we rested our uncle. On that Friday, Saturday, Sunday now, because of shock, my mom got sick. Very bad. Very bad. Actually, if God never intervened, maybe we would have buried her. But thank God, because God intervened. Mama, you shall live long. With long life, the Lord will satisfy you. You shall not die prematurely. In Jesus' mighty name. Your siblings will live. No other sibling is dying in your family, mom. In Jesus' mighty name. Our family will shut the gate of death. In Jesus' mighty name. So, mama got sick. Hapo sasa hospitali. Tumetoka kuzika shosho. Tumetoka kuzika anko. Mama amekuwa mgonjwa. It was also a tough 2 good weeks. Very bad journey. Very bad moments. I don't want even to remember it. It was draining. It was fearful. We were fearing. We are having an anxiety. At the same time, we are having fears. At the same time, we are drained emotionally. We are drained mentally. We are drained even financially, because all this is finances. And we thank God, 2 weeks later, my mom got on her feet again. She's doing very well, and we thank God for Mama Monica. And she even also came to my house. Mulimuona church. She's doing really well. And now, after tumemalizana na mama amepona, birthday prof ndio hiyo inakuja. Actually, I desired to do a party, a beautiful party. But I couldn't because of the events, the draining of finances and all that, even preparation. I didn't have time to prepare for this bash and all that. So mnauliza, wapi bashi at 40? Nitaifanya later, but for now, singeweza kuifanya for the events that began in December coming this way. So I can say I really closed my 30s very bad, losing 2 dear people. It was bad. It was bad. But I thank God, because I opened my 40s in a bang. I opened my 40s in a big way. And I feel a lot of positivity, and I feel a lot of good things will happen. And I thank God for where I am today and for the strength. Actually, from hii time ya last year, hapo mumeniroast kwa social media, hapo mwezi wa pili, wa tatu, wa nne hapo, then mwezi wa 8 mtu mwingine amekuja akasema hapo tumejenga kanisa ni kwake, then ndio hiyo shosho amegonjeka. Hako kajani ka hiyo mwaka mmoja, I can say February to this February, 1 year, it has been tough. Very, very tough. But in that toughness, I graduated. Hiyo ndio inanitia moyo. Na si 1 graduation, 2 graduations. Diploma in theology, diploma in counseling psychology. My friends, I cannot wait to see my degree come through. So it has been like that. So I was sharing that decade. It's a decade I have lost marriage. I have gotten married and lost marriage. A decade I have begun a church, lost a church. A decade I have begun a business, lost a business. A decade I began farming, lost it. A decade I graduated. A decade I gave birth to Jabali. Jabali was born in 2019. A decade I had my second born. A decade I had, what else? It has been a mix of events, good and bad. And it's a decade I have been sharpened. A decade I've come to realize how wicked people can be, by the way. How people can pretend they don't know you. How people can beat you. How people can, wanaweza wakakuanika, wakikuanua. And also, it's a decade I've realized they are genuine, loyal people. People that love for free. People that are ready to walk with you. People that are ready to back you up. It's a decade I've come to realize you You can have profit, you can have losses, you can have tears, you can have joy. It's a decade that have really, I can say it have really strengthened my muscles. The events have really strengthened my muscles. And I have come to realize people's opinion do not count. They only pin you down. What people say about you, it is not the truth. It is what God says you are. That is what is the truth. And what you know about yourself. It's a decade I've come to realize people don't love you and they don't care about you. Yeah. They may say, we care about you, we love you, but not all. It's a decade I've come to realize that people have no interest with you unless they are gaining something. 90% of people. It's a decade I've come to realize that if you please people so much, you can lose something very precious. You can lose a ministry. You can lose a marriage. You can lose an opportunity if you become people's pleaser. If you care so much what people say about you, you can lose focus. Concentrate on what you are doing. Let me tell you, whether you do good or bad, people will just paint you the way they want to paint you. You wear a nice long dress, they will talk. You wear a miniskirt, they will talk. You become fat, they will say you are eating a lot. You become thin, they will say you have HIV. You have money, they will say you are a Freemason. You become poor, they will say God has forsaken you. So people will always look for something negative to say about you. But the good thing is that at night they will sleep. Yes. So don't care about what people say so much. Yes. Especially on social media. You will go crazy. Concentrate with focusing with what you are doing. If you're into business, focus. Ministry, focus. Your marriage, focus. And I tell you, doing that, you will see, you will enjoy, and you will see the fruits of your labor. So in that one decade, hiyo miaka 10 nimejifundisha. Yeah. Hiyo miaka 10 nimecheka. Yeah. Nimepata mtoto mzuri. Yeah, nilifanya harusi kubwa tamu nikafurahi. Na nimelia, nimeanguka, nikasimama. In that 10 years, kuna mahali niliparticipate kufail. Kuna vitu labda nilifanya, zikanifanya nianguke na nikajifunza through them. So there are things I cannot repeat because nilijifunza nazo. Kuna vitu nilifanya pia zikaniinua na nina focus na hizo. So hiyo miaka 10 nimepata biashara zikianguka, zingine zikafanya, zingine zikaanguka. Hiyo miaka 10 huduma imeanguka ikiinuka. So I have learned a lot. And I want to encourage you that you're watching me. Maybe you're in that position whereby you are auctioned. You are in that position whereby you're filing a divorce. You are in a position whereby marriage is not working. Position whereby you don't know where to start. You have nothing. Position whereby people have left you. Even your own family have abandoned you. And you don't know what to do. I want to tell you, at the end of it all, there is light. At the end of the tunnel, there is light. At the end of the tunnel, there is light. Keep on focusing. Keep on doing what you are doing. What have kept me those 10 years is consistency. That is what have kept me. Like not focusing on the failures and mistakes of life. Let them be a lesson to teach you how to move on. In those 10 years, what have kept me, it is to move on. You know, this one is not working. You move on, forgive people. Also, forgiveness. Because if you don't forgive people, you will cross over with a lot of baggages in your heart. Forgiving and letting go has really also helped me. That is what I have learned in the 10 years. Forgive, let go, focus, move on. Leave what needs to be left. Fix what needs to be fixed. You know, invite what needs to be invited. And don't become people's pleaser. Actually, mimi nitakuwa mbad. Kuanzia 40 to 50. Mutaona don't care attitude. Because I've come to realize, the more you please people, the more they will stab you with the knife. So, kuwa mzuri sana sometimes ni mbaya. Sikwambii ukuwe mbaya. Kuwa tu mzuri. But mimi nimejifunza. When you become too good, you can kill yourself with that goodness. Because people take advantage of your goodness. They take advantage of your kindness. They take advantage of that coolness. Wanaona kama uko mjinga. Wanaona kama ufikiriangi. So, hiyo ndio naweza waambia. For the last 10 years, things have happened, good and bad. Tears has come, joy has come, good moments has come, and a lot of things have happened. And I thank God for all that has happened, good and bad. I thank God for all. I thank God for all. Because if it's only good things that happened, I wouldn't be where I am today. There are lessons I wouldn't have learned today. There are things I wouldn't be able to do. And there are things I wouldn't be able to rectify. If all things happen, good. But when the Bible says, all things happen for good to those who love the Lord. Now that scripture, in the 10 years, I've seen it work for me. I've seen it reality. Because for real, all the things that happened, good and bad, they have really happened for good to me. They have molded me to become the woman I am today. They have fixed me to become the woman I am today. My heart, one thing that has happened in 10 years with my heart have really changed. I have developed to love people. I have developed to care about people. I have developed to just, help people. It is through the bitterness and pains and that happened to me and crushed me that made my heart to be able to care about people. So if I was not auctioned, I was not, my job in the TV was not taken, if I didn't go down in marriage, if I didn't, all those things in ministry, maybe I wouldn't be having a heart to love people. But these things came for me to be able to love people. And when people are coming to me crying, I was auctioned, my marriage is over, I am going through this, I'm a single mom, I'm able to relate because I have gone through it. I can say in 10 years, I was in school of God. I was in school of God. And I feel I have graduated. Yes, for free. For sure, I'm telling you, I feel I've graduated. There is a level I'll never go back. And there is a new level that God has put me into. And God has elevated me into. Not only in ministry, not only in marriage, not only in personal life, not only in business, but all around. God has really taken me to another level. Looking forward for what this new decade will bring to me. But I'm so positive that it will bring to me good things. So, with that, I know maybe it's a lot or maybe it's less. Nimekatakata vitu mingi because I didn't want the video to be too long. But I believe you have learned something. You that you are going through those moments I've mentioned, may the Lord see you through. May that season not last long in the name of Jesus Christ. When you are in a position where God have elevated you, do what you are supposed to do. When you are down there, do what you are supposed to do. What are you supposed to do when you are down there? Hold on to hope. Hold on to faith. Focus on what the Lord wants you to do. And when God calls you to do something, don't run away. Me, I ran away. And I went. Umesikia kastori kangu ka Rwanda. I went. So guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for everything. And I believe that this video has really enlightened you, opened your eyes, and helped you and lifted the heart of a person that was down there. If you have something to ask, uliza yoyote, uliza. Kwa comment section, uliza, whatever maybe nimeacha. Yes, uliza, na Mungu atakubariki. I thank God, I'm restored. My home was restored. My car was restored. Marriage was restored. Like the church was restored. Everything. I thank God. I went through it so that when God restored me, I'm able to take care of what He's going to give me. So, wale watu wanauliza, hey, sasa nyumba kuliendaje? Nini iliendaje? Everything is restored. Glory to God. So, this year, 2024, expectations. Najua mna expect mingi. Na najua ile kitu kwanza mnangojea sana. Inakuja. Si mnajua ni gani? Inakuja. Tutawaita. Anyway, ninawapenda sana, mbarikiwe. Have you subscribed? Please do. And God will bless you. Subscribe, and share this video. And God will bless you. So, 10 years to me, I can say, I was in school. Purely in school of God. I don't know what to call it, but it's the University of God. None of you University of Nairobi. That was purely University of God. And I feel in the 30s, that is where God takes people through a lot to teach them. Ndio wakati tunasema life start at 40 ni ukweli inakuanga ikianza 40. I'm looking forward to the journey of another decade. Na tukigonga 50 itakuwa na ka story kazuri kakuambia nikigonga 50. Have yourself a super year 2024. It is my year of being happy, enjoying life, no matter what life brings to me. It brings to me lemons. I will make lemonade out of it. I promise you that. This, from now, going on, nimekataa kuvunjika moyo, nimekataa kuanguka, na nimekataa kwenda chini, na nimekataa kufinyiliwa na shetani kwa jina la Yesu. Tuonane tena kwa video ingine. Mungu awabariki na wapenda.